Wake up at 4 a.m. every morning. I make my way from the bed into the kitchen. Amanda's still sleeping at that point. I make Greek yogurt and granola, make coffee, blend the pre-workout together. By the time I'm finishing breakfast, Amanda's just slowly making her way out of bed and into the kitchen. We sit there, we eat breakfast, drink our coffee and our pre-workout. From there we'll wash the dishes, make our way into the bathroom, I'll shower, Amanda's doing her makeup, clean the teeth, do the hair, get changed, ready for the gym, and then by that point, we're making our way out the front door into the car, turn the music on and make our way to the gym.
We actually met on a cruise ship in the gym.
Yeah, which is ironic considering what we've gone on to do now. I'd like to say that, you know, I was looking really masculine when we met, but in all honesty, I was just stretching on the floor, and I saw Amanda, I think, running on the treadmill to start with, and then she came into the same room to stretch as well. I couldn't muster up the courage to
couldn't
talk.
speak to each other.
So we both ended up leaving, and then it took us to the crew bar that night after a couple of drinks and some Dutch courage.
To finally speak to each other.
Yeah, and then once we started to have conversation, you know, it just flowed from there, and we could tell there was something special in it. I don't know if I believe in love at first sight or not, but it definitely kind of seemed that way. Don't you think?
Yeah, definitely.
The inspiration behind the business for me is that it's always really important that in life you do what you're passionate about. And my passion has always been health and fitness. I've always been into sport. I became a personal trainer for that reason. You know, I wanted to do something that I loved. And then obviously for Amanda, being involved in dance.
That's my passion.
That's her passion, so it made sense for us to combine the two. And with dance and fitness, they're both kind of related, you know, because it's an activity, it's exercise. You have to put a lot of work into doing it to get better at it. It takes a lot of discipline and commitment. So you combine the two, and it gave us an opportunity to help people get better, improve their lifestyles. And we want to give back to people for something that we've enjoyed and we've got so much from life from as well. Mm-hmm. And you know, the name No Limits for us, it's not just about dance and it's not just about fitness. You know, to me it's everything in life. You know, there are no limitations to what you want to achieve. I have a number of clients that have shown me that as well. You know, they have every reason to give up, but they keep pushing through, and they've overcome obstacles in their life, and they've got to points of where they probably never thought they'd actually get to. So it just shows that there really are no limits to what you can achieve in your business, in relationships, with your fitness goals. Yeah. What about you?
You hit everything. You hit everything.
Welcome to No Limits Fitness. Let's take a look. Come on in. So here we have our desk in our lobby area. I've got the Eric Thomas quote on the wall. For people that know me, they know I'm into my motivational quotes and my philosophy. So as soon as people get in, they know it's time to work. They read the quote, they're ready. We got our clothing lines up on the wall. You see this here? This is Engage Fitness. This is Scott's clothing line. Check it out at engagefitness.com. No Limits Fitness. Let's take a look around, guys. We also have a smoothie bar. We make smoothies here as well that we sell to our members and our clients. Here's our cable system. These are great for new clients and beginners that really don't have much experience in a gym. They help them with the range of motion and with the movement as well. Let's take it over here to our wall of inspiration, guys. This part for me is huge because we get our members to come in, our clients, we get them to write their goals, their motivational quotes on the wall. It holds them accountable as well. Whenever they're feeling like they're not motivated, they come over, they check out the wall and they say, oh yeah, that's my reason for being here, and they get refocused again. So I love this part of the gym. Here's the platform area, and here's Scott hitting some deadlifts. This guy's getting ready for a powerlifting meet next month as well, in a couple of weeks. That's it, Scott, come on, keep it going. There you go. Boom. Solid, great stuff. Now let's take it to where the magic happens. Look at these guys all getting it in. Great stuff, team, keep it going, come on. Train with no limits. How bad you want it, team, let's go. That's it, guys, keep it going, come on, great stuff. Keep those reps moving. We've got all our dumbbells, the power rack, okay? Really underestimated in a lot of gyms. You can do so much stuff with this. Really, really great piece of equipment. Squat rack over here, leg press. Let's take it outside, guys, as well, because we're not finished just in the gym. We take it outside, and this is where we do our outdoor circuit class, all right? So we've got tires out here. We take some of the equipment outside. We set up stations out here, walking lunges, all that kind of stuff in the car park. So it's not just in the gym. We take it out here and people get a great workout out here as well, all right? So that's the gym.
And this is the dance studio. All right, here we have the lobby. This is where the parents wait for their kids, for their class. We have our trophies up here from our competitions, performance awards, overalls, judges awards. We've done pretty well for our first 2 seasons, so we're really excited. Up here at the TV, we have the schedule listed for the day. We have any information the parents need to know. We also play videos while they're waiting so they can watch. In here is Studio A. It's the bigger classes. We do ballet, technique classes, hip hop, lyrical, contemporary, jazz. All of that happens here. You can also see the hoop that's hanging up. We do some aerial classes, maybe about once a week, and they love it just for extra fun. And this over here is Studio B, so the non-competition students work in here. We still do the ballet, the tap, lyrical, and everything, but mainly tumbling, as you can see.
Hi, my name is Deanna Brockington. I'm 12 years old. I started coming here because my friend wanted me to come to see her recital, and I liked it. And I saw Miss Amanda, and she was awesome because she came from So They Can Dance. That's where we saw her from. So we met her, and we were thinking about it, and we decided to come here. I started dancing whenever I was 2, and I kept on going from then. I had hard times like dancing throughout, only because my dad lost his job at one point, and it was hard to do all those dances that I liked for a year. And then I started back doing them whenever my dad got a job again. And I love dancing because it just makes me happy, and I feel like I'm free from like anywhere else. My favorite part about dancing is probably the improvising with every dance, and my favorite style is probably tap, because I love how it makes music with your feet. I want to do all types of tricks, flips, yeah.
Deanna is a wonderful student. She actually came to me, and she was taking at another dance studio, and she came to me for private lessons. And immediately when I started working with her, I thought, wow, like this girl has a lot of potential. You know, she's going to see some awesome growth here if she really sticks with it. I spoke with her parents about it and told them the potential that she has, and they were like, you know, on board, into it. They weren't extremely happy with the studio she was at, so they said, you know what, we're going to commit to this. We're going to bring her here to No Limits. We love what you have going on. So they brought her when the season started, and I'm telling you, since day one, she has given nothing but 100%. Her passion for dance is something that you can truly see, not even on stage, but in the studio. She's just always bringing that out when she's performing.
My name is Ryan. In high school, I was just always this little scrawny kid, and it didn't bother me too much. I was, joked on a little bit about being so skinny. And then I joined the military shortly after that. Had a lot of fun. I still was never into lifting weights. About a year after I was out of the military, my father passed away. And the first year I really struggled with that. I had a lot of issues, with him not being there for that support system. I had a great support from my family, but I still couldn't find that release I was really looking for. And then one day I started lifting weights, and it just gave me that instant release that I was looking for, the stress that I was trying to relieve. Felt great, and I was instantly addicted. Shortly after that, I started seeing transformations in the mirror, and then I fell in love with that. I fell in love with the process of what I could do with my body, different training aspects. And then it got a little more serious. I joined a couple gyms, still wasn't getting the motivation. And then my friend Scott introduced me here to No Limits, and that was pretty much it. I came here the next day. It was a lot of fun. I met Will and Amanda, the owners. They're great, had a great connection, good chemistry. There was a great motivation. I found the extra push I was looking for, and that's pretty much been it. Now we're both getting ready for a men's physique competition, so we're frenemies right now. If Will does an extra set of calves, I do an extra set of calves. That's pretty much how it's going. If he dances after a set, I'll dance after a set. So I'm just trying to beat him right now, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Here it is. There's a frenemy. Here's a frenemy.
Whose arms are bigger?
I'm not pumped right now, so don't judge that. But seriously, Will has pushed me to new levels. He's been an awesome friend. We get along great. We mesh well. He pushes me to new gym records. We push each other. We try to lift heavier. We just have a lot of fun in the gym.
Yeah. And as much as, even though we're competing together, it's really important for us both that we help each other take our best physiques to the stage. Like Ryan said, we're frenemies. We're competing together, but at the end of the day, we're good friends, and we want to see each other succeed in life as well. So.
Yep, exactly.
At No Limits, I dance with my best friend. His name is Khil, and we're pretty much two peas in a pod. He is the reason I come to dance sometimes. He is the reason I stay for so long. He's the reason I enjoy going on stage. He is my inspiration. He's what I do to dance.
My name is Khalil, and I'm 16 years old. And what brought me to No Limits was Sydney. I met her at school during this thing that we have, and somehow she ended up bringing me here, and I've been here ever since. I would love to go into musical theater, which is like acting, singing, and dancing. So to be able to incorporate all those together and be good at all of those, that'd be great. My dance partner is Sydney, and I like dancing with her because I think it's pretty casual, and it comes kind of naturally because we have a pretty good relationship.
Khalil doesn't enjoy feet, so if you stretch and you put your feet near his face, he freaks out really bad.
Oh, she looks like a deer.
Okay, so there's definitely something that you need to know about Will. He hates dancing, like to dance himself. How he met a dancer, me, and got involved and opened this with me, I really don't know when I really think about it. Our wedding, at our first dance at our wedding, he was terrified. I mean, shaking, like nervous, sweating before our first dance, and all we're doing is swaying side to side. It's funny, like people don't realize it, but even walking in the dance studio makes him a bit nervous, and he's probably going to be really upset that I'm telling you this.
So a secret you guys need to know about Amanda. Now obviously we have a very high protein diet because we work out and we're trying to build muscle. She has the smelliest farts and she's so proud of them as well. She'll say, hey, listen to this, I got one for you. And then she'll drop one and she'll be giggling forever for like 5 minutes and it absolutely stinks.
Okay, so what you're seeing now is one of our technique classes. This is where the dancers really get to work on their skills, improving their technique, turns, leaps, batmas, all of the technical aspects of dance. It's where they don't have to worry so much about the performance aspect, but focus on skills. Nice.
All right, so as a little girl, I was molested for several years by a family member. And then as you develop, I was one of the little girls who got boobs first. And so, you know, boys would say that I was stuffing my bra or doing things like that. And of course, then you feel like you have to prove that you're not stuffing your bra, which exposes you, and then you feel bad. All of these things kept happening, which opened me up to, it's like I had a big blinking sign over my head that said, please abuse me. So my first sexual experience was a rape, and that boyfriend beat the ever-living tar out of me. And it wasn't until a teacher at school told me that that's not how it's supposed to be, because my folks divorced when I was 5. So I really didn't have my dad with me telling me or showing me how a man's supposed to treat a woman. After that, you know, it was just time after time of all these things that kept happening that just, it led to me eating to stop the pain. I never wanted, I guess I can't say I never, I wanted to commit suicide. I wanted to commit suicide lots of times. I like who I am and I like my life, but I wanted the pain to stop. And I never knew how to do that except for to shove food in my face. And you know, people say you have a hand and fork disease. It really isn't that. It's, you're spending your entire time not trying to feel. When our daughter was born. When our daughter was born, my brother was in jail at the time, and I had just started getting back in contact with him. My brother was 7 years older than me. And by the time Alex was 1, my brother was murdered by a 17-year-old kid over nothing, you know. And at that point, it was right before I got pregnant with Carl. He is named after my dad and my brother. And that just made you eat. So once the pregnancy happened, you're just gaining weight with that. And then, you know, you have a tragedy that happens. And then you eat to stop that pain and to numb that hurt. And, you know, then after Carl was born, we were kind of just, we were broke, young, poor, and had lots of youngins. So the only fun you really have is cooking dinner together. And then after that, we got, you know, like I said, I got up to about 308 pounds when I got pregnant with Will. And when I delivered Will, I was 308 pounds. But I tried a diet pill, and when I did the diet pill, I lost 75 pounds in 5 months. And then it took me the other 7 months to lose the 15. And I kept that off for probably about 6 years. And then we moved here, and I slowly started to gain that back. I got down to like 206, and then I was up to 260, and was back to eating boiled chicken and green beans and still not losing any weight. And, you know, I tried another diet program and got down again to about 200 pounds. And then my daughter passed away. I was blessed to be her mom for 10 years, 6 weeks, and 2 days. Alex died in a boating accident. And at that point, there wasn't any amount of food, there wasn't anything that I could do to make the pain stop. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Again, the only thing you ever want these things to do is you just want the pain to stop. And at that point, you know, it really isn't a decision. It's just you eat yourself into a hole, anything to make yourself feel better. That was in 2008. And in 2010, I had already lost 100 pounds twice. And I said, you know what, I've got to have some kind of help with this. Obviously, I have got an issue and I have got a problem, and I've got to have some kind of relief. I've tried pills, I've tried diets, I've tried working out, you know, and with the workouts, I was born with a club foot. I'd break my foot. You know, I'd haul 300 pounds around and do Zumba, and then I'd break my foot. And I'd be in a boot for 3 months, you know. And it's like, okay, well, then you might as well just eat yourself into a hole again. And so in 2010, I decided to have gastric bypass. And it was a great tool to help me not focus so much on food. But like with lots of folks, with the gastric bypass, you lose all this weight and then you're left with all of this. And I went through surgeries that did not happen or did not go well. And when I did, I ended up with an abscess. And that's when I found No Limits. I saw No Limits as the next hope of, how do I make me better? How do I do better, not only for me, but for them? You know, I've got a kid who, you know, we have busted our butt to get him to where he needs to be. When he was 3, he was diagnosed with autism. And never in a million years did I ever think that he had autism. And I never wanted my boys or my daughter to ever have to beg God for something like that. I had to get to a point as an adult where I liked who I was. but I wanted them to know they were loved and honored and made exactly the way that God made them. And that's what No Limits did, is I came in here with almost no expectation. That was the decision that we all made together to do this as a family together.
I'm Kirby Von Egedy. I'm 19, and a couple of years ago, about 3, in 2013, I was diagnosed with postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, which basically my heart pumps like I'm doing cardiovascular exercise, but only a fourth of it gets pumped back through the right atrium. So it causes a lot of symptoms, like I pass out and have really bad fatigue and headaches and a lot of digestive problems. I was passing out at least 25 times a day. I was not able to lift my head. I wasn't able to just really move without passing out. So I started coming to No Limits to help regain my muscle and help relearn how to walk and to just retrain my nervous system to work properly. Never give up, because you never know what life is going to throw at you, but just if you keep trying, you can overcome anything.